6-minute beat, bitch. It's a 6-minute beat, bitch.
So you better pay attention. Purple berry kush and I'm double fisted. Lights, camera, action, I'm so God gifted. Play the hand I was dealt, I'm prolific. A thoroughbred if you wanna be specific. Dapper like Dan, I'm so exquisite. I drop step and make sure I don't lose my pivot.
Ooh!
Showing love on these beats.
Believe me.
Certified in these streets. For cheesy. I'll end a nigga career for talking too greasy. I'm a bad man.
Sorry, shout out Mal Beezy. What's going on, Porch Gang Cloud family? It's your neighborhood friendly fat man. It's Friday. Did Diddy do it? I think Diddy done did it. But that's just me. We gonna get into that and so much more. You didn't end up in a no grippy sock vacation. You didn't end up in a bing bing. You didn't pimp slap that annoying coworker. You're doing fucking well. It's time for the sesh. I want to start off by saying everything that you hear on this channel is opinion and or for educational purposes. We own all of the rights to all the music that we show off, or at least have permission to use it. So if you guys can, go smash that like button for me and go show Mal Beezy all the love. We have recently started the council. We are no longer calligraphy. We are going by 2438, the council, featuring the Weed Suit Heroes, myself, Billy Blaze, John Lee, Mike Wallacea, Brady. It's a good fucking day to be here, guys. Thank you guys for coming and kicking it. I know it's a super long intro, but we gotta do what we gotta do just to keep the guidelines happy. If you guys can, share this out. If you think somebody would enjoy the sesh, it's time to spark up. How you guys doing? We've got a couple announcements to make too. I'm going to do roll call and then I'm going to make my announcements, but we are having the mural changed. We're going to have Dabbing with Dad. We're having a lot of things that are going to be a lot different moving forward. A lot more interviews. Next week, I believe I've got Maul Black and Jag the Apostle that'll be in the building. We're going to talk about how music has changed in our area and just as they've seen it since they've been down doing what they're doing. It's going to be a really good time. John Lee, what's up, bub? 2436. My bad. Sorry. I thought I was right.
You said 38.
Fuck, we were like 2430 something. It's one too many blunts. 2432. My bad. Too many goddamn numbers. I'm dyslexic. I was in the fucking ballpark. Lenny, what's up, Bubba? Actually, let me see here. I need to give a quick birthday shout out. Shout out my boy Lenny. Debbie, today is his old lady's birthday. And he asked me if I'd give you a shout out, so I hope you were having an absolutely phenomenal night. And you guys are going to have to join me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Debbie. Happy birthday to you. Doesn't it make you feel so awkward when other adults sing happy birthday to you? Vicky, what's up? Shelly Armstrong. 642 West Coast, what's cracking? I'm so glad you guys made it. Who else we got in the chat? I know I see my boy John Lee. Shelly Armstrong is a new name that I'm noticing. Diane Cameron, how you doing, darling? I would also like to take a quick, brief second. Diane, we absolutely love you. She did lose her father a couple days ago. So if you guys could go show her all the love, go to her page, drop some hearts, you know what I mean? Just let her know you're here with her. Love you, absolutely. If you need anything, you know you and Brandon can always call me. I got you. Mama Wolf, what up? Nate G, how you doing? Chill, don't be Diddy boffing the night. Take that. Vicky, I absolutely miss your face too, honey. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Sparks is in the chat. Kate Klingman, we got JRG Drone in the... How you doing, Bubba? Michelle Lynn, glad you could make it tonight. Hagrid's wife, we got Hannah in the building. How are you doing tonight, darling? Zach Wright, as always, my G. We got Joey in the chat. Hi, bud. Wish you were here, but you need to come hang out your next day off. Just saying. Patrick, look, I gotta shout Patrick out. Look, my man has had my vehicle is like spot on. He did a hillbilly alignment, and I took it down to Stony Hollow and had it actually aligned after all the shit we had done to it. You know, this motherfucker, by hand, by eye, and a tape measure, had my alignment almost dead on. The only thing he couldn't set was the camber because you need a machine for that. Like, there's a little thing that does it. My man did that shit with a fucking tape measure. Listen, you need something done, Patrick Kish, that's your man right there. Anything to do with your fucking vehicle, hit him up. And I have another buddy that's he's looking at starting his own mobile business. I'm trying to link these two together, so I think it'd be a powerhouse. Joey, I'm talking to you. We got Cameron Beaner?
Garrett.
We got Garrett? Oh, I haven't seen him in fucking here either. I haven't seen fucking... Garrett's supposed to be on the show here soon. I probably shouldn't have smoked near as much as I did. I done fucking butchered 2 names of people that I care about. Well, it's either I have smoked too much or not enough. But I done fucked up twice. Garrett, absolutely love you, Bubba. But Garrett said he is actually wanting to be on the show. I can't get him physically in the building, but I will get him on the other side of that screen. Promise. You guys need to go check out their session in the morning. Go show. If they're in the chat, you need to go follow these people's social medias. Talk. Conversate with each other. There is an absolutely amazing group of people that come into this fucking chop it up every fucking week. You need to take advantage of it. Who else? Did I get everybody? Mall Black's in there. Mall Beezy! Shout out Mall Black. Yo, first off, he's got more merch dropping, so y'all need to go cop that. For sure. For sure. And if you guys haven't gotten to hear Right My Wrongs or any of the other songs, you guys have one chance left. The only chance. Billy Blaze's birthday. EverybodyGetBaked.com. You guys need to go get your tickets. I think the site might still be down, so if not, you can still get tickets at the gate. You need to be there. It's in Caddis this weekend. You need to be there. This will be the very last time you'll hear anyone, anything from Calligraphy. Like, this will be the final appearance. So you guys need to come out, show all the way out. They're performing THC, Do What I Wanna, Legend, everything. This is the last chance y'all will get to hear that song that way. Kate motherfucking Savage. Glad you can make it tonight, darling. Zakiah Wright. Hi, how are you tonight? Hope you're having an amazing night. Rose Cameron in the building. Hi. Ryan Kirker. What's up, bub? I haven't seen your name pop up in forever. Heather, glad you can make it in tonight. I hope everyone's having a good fucking night. Big shout out, Dabbing with Dez. Love my brothers, amazing humans. We absolutely love you, Bubba. Bianca Miller, glad you can make it in. Thank you, Coop, everybody. UBTV, make sure you guys go show UBTV all the love. And make sure you guys check out their lives, bro. They do them every single day. Bunch of amazing human beings. They are incredibly funny. Beans is amazing with his computer, dude. And they do, it's a fun time. It's another daytime sesh, so if you're just scrolling, you got a couple minutes, go show them all the fucking love. Let's see here. I think I got everybody. So without further ado, did Diddy do it?
The diddler did it. The diddler did it.
Riddle me this, did the diddler do the diddling? I need to know, because we're going to get deep into this. Not as deep as supposedly that Meek Mill, allegedly, there was a Meek Mill video that was dropped, but apparently he's already discredited and said it wasn't real. It does kind of sound like their voices, so I don't know where that came from. But I mean, again, my opinion's my opinion. They said it didn't happen, and I'm hoping, whatever. But I'm also not going to judge it. It's 2024. You do you. I'm not, But some of the stuff that they say this man's done over his career, which everyone's been, and here's my point, and why now? People been saying this stuff about Diddy for years.
Right.
They've been saying stuff about Diddy for years. And they're just now? Now? Now you're raiding his cribs? People have been saying, no one looked into it up until this point. I mean, now they got a lot of credible witnesses and stuff too, which, they have first-person account, allegedly. And again, everything is still speculation. He has not been convicted by a court of law by any means. He's not under arrest right now. So again, everything is allegedly, and he has made videos saying he's going to speak on it. And I can only imagine that you go from being at the top of the world as far as the music industry to what's going on now. I'm sure that is kind of jarring because they hit both his places at once. My man's up there getting his hair did, getting a nice fade up in the air while both his shit's getting hit simultaneously. They found what they said, again, allegedly was one of his guys leaving an airport with an undisclosed substance that supposedly somebody in a report had said that is the substance this person carries for him all the time. So that just, I mean, in the case of the juice, the glove is starting to fit here. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's that say? Short shit. That's right. He did it. See? Man from the black community, Diddy Ben did it in his own words. If Diddy did diddle dudes, how many dudes did Diddy diddle? Well, I mean, if you take and think back, they said that Usher has come out now, Justin Bieber's come out and said shit, like, they're saying that when Usher was out here letting it burn, like, it was gonna burn for him to say this, he was playing with Diddy, you know what I mean? But he was out here, you mean, burning
Little kids and shit.
It was 7 o'clock on the dot. And somebody told on him he's out here like lighting, setting fires, you know what I mean? And apparently it's from an incident, and this is from his mouth, like this is from his account, was from a session with Did and somebody else. Now again, this is Usher has said, this is not me, I mean, but he said that he got it from Diddy. Like, well, Diddy or whoever Diddy did diddling with done did it and got it and gave it to somebody else. So I don't understand why all of a sudden, because people have been saying everything that they can say about Diddy, that he's been in the elites and he's part of the Illuminati and bra for years. Why all of a sudden now is it like, maybe we should look into this? So all these people coming out, and he's got the other, he was an artist that was with Diddy, that's tried to say Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in on this. I can't see Cuba Radio? Radio's out here putting his hand on the small of your back. Well, he's whispering in your ear, ooh, I like French fries. Come on! Where's my pie? You know what I mean? Like, you trying to tell me that radio touched your thigh? Man, I can't. But speaking on Cuba, he had just had, and it's what makes it even worse, and it's why like they are tying these things together, because Cuba just had a situation that he set out on court with a lady who said that he was at a bar, and he was with his friends, and I guess his old lady was there apparently at the time, and the waitress came up and he like sloppy kissed her and shit, like, and got inappropriate, and he admitted to it and paid her the settlement, and they went about their thing, and then here it is a couple years later, he's supposedly doing weird shit with Cuba, and somebody else brought up MGK, and it's like, well, that would explain why he's going through his emo phase. Now he's dealing with trauma. Just saying, he laced up the wrong way. But I mean, hey, it is what again, it is. It's 2024, and for that kind of money, I'd probably do some strange shit too. But I just don't, you know what I mean? Like Justin Bieber was like 13. But can we call it a parenting problem? Hold on, let's take that. Pump the brakes, because yeah, Diddy shouldn't have had Bieber staying there talking about he's mine for the weekend, and he's gonna experience things that he's only dreamed about experiencing, and blah blah, and telling him like, look, that's yours. As soon as you get a license, you get that Lambo. Like, there's a video of it, so don't tell me it didn't happen. It did. But the parents
let him go.
Right, like you're just going.
Yeah, sure, good. Oh,
I'm not gonna let my son stay at Lorena Bobbitt's house. You know what I mean? Like,
you're with Diddy, you're good.
Right, you're with Diddy. You couldn't be any safer. The cutest fucking 13-year-old boy there ever was to grace the planet next to Brad fucking Pitt. You know what I mean? George Clooney is a fucking 13-year-old. Like, it's Bieber.
Right.
And apparently, like, you know what I mean? And I feel bad, but now he's making songs about it. He's been telling people for a while that Diddy's. So why are we just now looking into this? And why didn't Bieber's parents get looked into for allowing you? I don't even care even if nothing was said at that point in time. Why does this grown man want my 13-year-old to come party with him? Usher admits to being like 15, 16 in the club, like strippers and stuff. If If my kids...
He was still a virgin when all that shit was going on.
You know what I mean? Like, he even openly says in his little thing, he's like, man, I just wanted to get in the studio. He said, it'd be a week. We wouldn't even sing a note.
Right. Everybody's getting all fucked up.
Right. And he's like, he got him doing all this. You let your fucking child go stay with P. Diddy? But if my kids would ever go and say anything even kind of left, here comes CP.
Yep, right.
So because he's a millionaire, that's not weird.
That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, because he's got all that money. It don't matter.
Because he's a millionaire, that part just kind of slipped through everybody's mind.
Yep.
Bless you. You got a little something. I got you. Let's see here. Radio saying ain't so. Because now people willing to testify. No one's willing to charge and testify. Listen, they've been on Diddy's case since they accused him of being the one behind Tupac. People been saying, you know what I mean? Like Eminem came out and said it in a song.
They still say he had something to do with it.
Oh, yeah. They've said he's had something to do with it for fucking years. They said they didn't have enough evidence to make it stick, but a fucking YouTuber and a 3-minute Google search can show you, you know what I mean?
And they also said that he's like basically told people that he's done this shit subliminally
Yeah.
several times. And like, people were just like, okay.
And now everyone's saying that they're going to start going after Jay-Z next.
Yeah.
Which you hate to even hear, bro. That's Hove.
Yeah, that's terrible.
H to the Izzo.
They say he had something to do with his mistress.
Uh-huh. Oh, they tried to say Beyonce faked her pregnant belly.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's videos of them showing it like collapsing and stuff. And I'm not saying she did. I mean, again, that's all allegedly. But there is video up there where you can watch her adjust it and stuff. And like you sit back and think and you're like, but again, people been saying this shit.
Right.
Why are we just now looking into it? Because you can't tell me with all the people that have been so loose-lipped in the last couple years about this, they couldn't find anybody to testify. There's people testifying to every news outlet and every video and every camera they get in front of. You're telling me that they wouldn't come forward? Were they even asked?
Money can buy a lot of silence.
Apparently, Spirit Air Customs. Haven't seen you for a while, bub. Hush money, let me do some things to you, make parents look the other way money. Well, and I get that, and that's the part that but no one's seen the signs there. Hey, everyone was so worried about Macaulay Culkin staying at Michael fucking Jackson's house, but they didn't bat an eye at Justin Bieber, Usher.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that was cool.
And that's just something that not enough people talk about because everyone's kind of about it. But like, the music industry has had some really weird shit going on lately. Like really weird shit.
Weird.
And that's why I feel like everybody, if you are a musician of any kind, right now is the time to push your music because everybody that we looked up to, like with the exception of like Ice Cube, my man's Ice Cube's been solid. Everyone just accuses him of looking mad all the time.
Yeah.
He got resting pissed face. Like he's mad all the time, and that's okay. But Cube's he's been the main one speaking out about it. But most of these freaking artists are either getting busted in scandals or they're not putting out any type of quality music. Right now is your time to shine. If you're a musician of any sort, put your music out there. People are looking for new stuff, new people to look up to, new people to look into. Because the old ones, all of them either fell off, went to a whole different thing. They ain't even, most of these fucking rappers and stuff that you guys love that we grew up on, they're in the business side of things now. They own Airbnbs and businesses and companies and restaurants and
Or they're like Snoopy showing up at WrestleManias.
right, or they're like Snoop Dogg, sea walking to the Super Bowl.
Bro,
Like
Snoop is in that everything.
Snoop's been on the news. My man's been,
Any and everything.
and people look at him and see, like this whole generation only sees the Snoop that danced with Martha Stewart, not the one that was on trial for murder. So they look at him like he's just like, you know what I mean? He's just another guy. Nah, bro, murder was the case that they gave him.
They don't know nothing about Snoop and Dre and stuff, and Cube.
But he is also, I mean, he still makes music, so I got to give him that one. Like, he still does what he wants to do. But he's also got his own foods of all kinds, drinks. He's in television,
Football team,
movies,
fucking-
football teams. Like, he has his hand in almost everything. Clothing. He just picked up an endorsement deal at Walmart. And if you look at any Walmart, there's Snoop Dogg merch everywhere.
You know, he finally got ownership of Death Row Records too.
Mm-hmm. And he took, not only did he get all the rights to Death Row, he gave all the artists the rights to their music. Because nobody that was signed to Death Row owned their own stuff.
You know who else he just signed?
Who?
Hercules.
Good. People were stupid for not picking up Mercules. That is a hidden Canadian gem.
He's a beast.
Old Mad Child, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a beast.
dude. And I remember Mad Child, the battle rapper.
Yeah.
Like, but those are guys that they stayed in the independent scene for the longest time, and you're like, how?
Never sold out.
That's why I want to stay an independent artist. Everyone's like, I'm trying to get a deal. No, you make so much more money if you build it yourself,
Right.
you push it yourself, you schedule your own tours.
Takes a lot of time.
It's expensive. It's expensive, but once you gain that traction, you make the money. So then,
Invest in yourself.
Right.
I mean, that's the smartest thing to do.
because if people think about it, I'm trying to get a deal. Okay, they're going to give you that quick money up front. Now, so you can focus on getting your album out. But that's just till that album comes out. Like, if that album flops, you're screwed. You're now into them for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right.
If you weren't an idiot and sold it all out for $1 mil, $2 mil, when you could have made fucking 200-300 million your first year if you did something right.
Right.
Like, you have to pay all that shit back, and people just don't think about that. But that's where it comes back full circle, and you've had these same people that have been in power in the game over any other fucking genre. You know P. Diddy. You know your Jay-Z's, your Nas. So how are these people, being that in the public eye, able to get away with all this shit for so long? You know what I mean? Like, they record all their parties, and people take pictures when they go to these things and stuff. How have they kept that under wraps for this long if it's as massive of a thing as they say it is?
Yeah.
Especially in the day and age of cell phones and stuff. We see into everybody's life in 30-second and 60-second clips at a time.
And there's cameras everywhere.
Right.
People live stream as soon as they go anywhere. You're telling me not one person that goes into a Diddy party is recording nothing?
Well, not to mention that
See,
the
but I-
most famous people, they always have paparazzi follow.
Yep. Well, I mean, I guess that's why he always had all his parties at, like, his houses and his
I
mansions
heard-
and stuff.
I heard he's like got some weird fucking rooms and shit where you know,
Well, no,
he'll
he's
have
admit-
like bodyguards
Yeah, he's
outside the fucking room and nobody is allowed to come in them fucking rooms.
he has admitted that he has fantasy rooms.
That's weird, bro. That's what I mean. Like, he has subliminally admitted to a lot of this shit.
But, like, and they say it goes so much deeper. And, of course, a lot of that's conspiracy theories. And I'm sorry. I'm a conspiracy theorist at heart. And I really am. Like, I want to believe the unbelievable. I think outside the box. And what sucks is a lot of that shit that's called conspiracies usually ends up coming true to a point.
Right.
Just saying. And The Simpsons called this, too. But I'm smoking that tropical runts.
Some of it makes sense.
I hope there's room on the wall. Oh, there's definitely going to be room on a wall. We'll make some room. Blue Dream. Okay. He said money. No, and I get it. I get it. One of my favorite drone in top 5. Tonight, I've got... The hell was this one? Black Violet. That is Live Well, Ohio Medical Marijuana. Definitely want to check them out. I got this at a Sunnyside. This was their ounce container, and they actually had these on sale. So if you are an Ohio Med patient, go check that out. Live Well's had some really decent deals, and they've got some really decent flour for a really decent price. So I will give them their props. Well, yeah, we'll make room on that wall. Let's see, gonna hit up some Purple Urple later on. Now that sounds fire. Amaretto sour, that shit top notch. I got a very large brick shaped canvas you could do. You're gonna be getting it soon. Hey, I appreciate you, boss. Blended golf, it's okay. Promise. Yeah, no, Maul, I'm telling you, it's the amaretto sour is balling. Bro, do you want any purple haze when I come next weekend? Yes. If you can get it, text me. Need that in my life because no one's been able to find it.
Getting it, faux show.
All of it.
Getting that faux show.
Faux shizzle, in the words of Snoop Dizzle. But do a little bit of research into the whole Diddy situation, and it just gets, I don't know. Let's again look with OJ Simpson, R.I.P. You know what I mean? Whatever. It ain't for me to judge nobody. The glove didn't fit, so whatever. But I wonder if he sleeps better now, knowing that his wife's killer's finally dead.
You're going to hell.
Is that too soon? Did that one sting? Okay, maybe that was wrong. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry, Juice. But let's just be real. He made a tweet, and they have a pic. Like there's a post, whether it was on him or somebody hacked this shit. I don't even. At this point, the fact that the post was made, and all it says was, "I did that shit." OJ. And I mean, he had prostate cancer, and I don't wish that on anybody, and I'm not going to make fun of that or make light of that because cancer fucking sucks. I also, R.I.P., the Cloud family lost a really important member the other day. He had been dealing with cancer, and he had finally lost his battle to it. So, Mark, we absolutely love you, Bubba, but if you guys could, if you're a prayer, if you're a vibe person, send out all of the vibes and positivity you guys can to the family of Mark Bryant. Weedosaurus Rex, Bubba, I absolutely love you. That was one of his best friends. And it's heartbreaking. Mark kicked ass the whole time. And
He sure did, man.
you know what I mean? Like, he fought clear to the end. Love you so fucking much, bub. Keep a blunt rolled for me. But it says I will not make light of the cancer part of it, and I'm not going to do that. But, to poke a little fun at the Juice, that man lived a wild life. How you go from the NFL to prison and jail all the time to being in one of the biggest court cases in history, really. Like, that was one of the biggest court cases ever. To movie deals, book deals, like, that Bronco has single-handedly been more punchlines, memes. Like, that's the one thing everybody remembers about that case. Not the fact that there's two people that are no longer here because somebody tripped. But what they remember from it is the Bronco and the glove. Sorry. It's just, it is what it is. I'm hoping that isn't the case, but there is a post going around the internet that's where he says, I did that shit. And I could honestly, like, I could see you wanting to get that off your chest. Then he got in trouble for stealing his own stuff. You know what I mean? Like, my man's gets. You don't do anything wrong. You go join the church right after you get off a freaking murder charge. I don't care.
Yeah, right.
You don't jaywalk. You don't litter.
Right. You don't break a fucking law.
No, dude.
Sneeze wrong.
No premarital sex. Nothing, bro. That's just how that works when you get done with that.
You join a fucking monastery.
Bingo, you are going to be pure and holy. My man goes back 8 or 9 times just for like public intox and dumb shit. But the one time was for stealing his own stuff back. I mean, granted, it was sold and then bought by somebody else. But that's not the point. He stole his own shit and put himself back in jail.
He said it ain't stuff, it's mine.
I owned it once. I'm an Indian giver.
It was mine.
She'll be mine again.
Rest in heaven, OJ. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. Listen, and you're absolutely right. You know what I mean? Absolutely right. Rep to the fam. Absolutely. I mean, all love there. They didn't do nothing. And it also has to suck, too, because you have a lot of people that are kind of on the fence with that. So, where people want to wish you well, but people are like, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, did he do it? But even if you go back and look at something like, he did a couple Howard Stern interviews where he's come out and said he did it like 30 billion times.
Wrote
Just-
that book, If I Did It.
Right, what if I did it?
What the fuck?
So not only do you get off of a murder charge, you poke fun at it. Well, maybe he writes a whole book. Well, what if I did do it?
This is how I would do it.
Right, like if I did, this is how it would have gone. If I did it.
If I did it.
Come on, man. But, I mean, they also can't go back and try you for it a second time, so, I mean,
Yeah, bro. He's a
Once
G
it was
for
done.
That. He's a G for that shit, for real.
but I just feel like you go to, like, really weird lengths to stay out of trouble after a problem
Yeah,
like
for
that.
Sure.
No, not the juice.
Not the juice.
Not the
Juice
juice.
is loose.
Juice was loose. And the fact that he lived long enough to see Michael Keaton come back as Beetlejuice and use that
Right.
little catchphrase. Nice. Nice. Michelle Hollingshead, what's up? Nicole, how are you doing, darling? Ty McDonald, glad you can make it in. Well, yeah, I gotta get back to work. Love you, hon. Hope you have a good night. John Lee, exactly. It's double jeopardy. They can't go back and retry him for it. But, I mean, it just leaves you to speculate. I feel like he has said so many times in a roundabout ways, yes, I did it. And then, like I said, for that post to pop up, I did that shit. And it's not like he didn't know that, like, the end was coming. He had been sick for a while. He knew it was up. I feel like he just needed to get it off his chest.
Got a lot off his chest now.
So at least a lot of people at least finally get that closure, because that would suck to live with that. You're watching him go out here and, like, yeah, he's fucking up, but he's still, like, fucking up and winning, because he was still making money. Always in the after endorsement deals and shit. And then Reverend Al Sharpton blew up, and they all started making money. So, I mean, he was fucking up, but he was doing okay. Like, it was what it was. But you have to live with that and watch it every day. Like, you know, you might have been the one that the glove really did fit, but it didn't for some reason. Maybe your hand was swollen. Did you break it? Whatever happened. But, like, walks like a duck, talks like a duck. You did that shit, but you can't actually prove it. That would suck to live with.
Yeah.
Goddamn!
I think I broke my umbrella.
It's big boy raining outside. And I seen that river was up too, bro. They just got done with the flood. Everybody's finally getting cleaned up and putting their life back. And that water went down quick. Like, it didn't have, like, I know, like, when we had it years ago, it would be like at least 3 days. If it flooded like it did, 3 days max. And you had at least 2 to paddle your ass down to the fucking gas station. Because if it floods, like when the old convenience would flood, or the old cut rate liquor, they throw out all their cartons of cigarettes because they ain't allowed to sell them. They get them replaced by the company. They write them off because it's a natural disaster. So they throw all their fucking cartons out, and you fucking paddle your ass over there, and they're loading the book bag because you're fucking 14, 15. We had that shit down.
It's supposed to crest again Sunday.
That's fucking crazy. Like, I need the weather to chill out, bro. Like, I need Billy's birthday bash.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mud bash. Fuck it.
There's gonna be dude, they've got wrestling going on.
Crazy.
Mud wrestling.
That's what it's gonna.
It's going to turn into that.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's get back to talking about important things in life. What is your most preferred strain of weed? Honestly, my most preferred strain of weed, electric peanut butter cookies or purple haze. But electric peanut butter cookies is a Galenas strain, and it's sativa, and you can pick it out of a lineup. Like, if you're sniffing anything, you could do like 9 different strains in a row, 10 different strains in a row. You could pick out electric peanut butter cookies right now. Purple haze is the same way. It smells like a happy hamster cage. Like, it has that cedar, like, I don't even know how to, like, it's like almost like a cedar hay smell to it, but it just smells like happy. I love that fucking strain. I've always loved that strain, and it's so hard to come by.
It's like a earthy kind of.
It's so hard, even in recreational states, bro. We've been to every one, and when you walk in, and I do it everywhere I go. I scan their menu so fast. Like, I'm looking for purple. Like, we get to the purple first. I get excited and get let down when it's purple diesel, or, you know what I mean? It's one of those strains that, especially in Ohio, you just can't find it.
Yeah, sour diesel is one of my favorites.
And electric peanut butter cookies has become one of those strains that, Thakara, is one of those strains that it's so hard. Like, and if they do get it, they sell it so fast.
Yeah, you don't see peanut butter around that much anymore.
Like, I mean, Sunnyside gets peanut butter breath a lot, which I like. Don't get me wrong, but there's something about the electric peanut butter cookies as a sativa that it hits super hard. But because the terpene profile is set the way it is, it's super relaxing. What's that called? Grandpa's breath. Nice. Let me see that. Let me examine that. Well, Grandpa's breath there, huh?
Kind of a weird consistency, but
It smells superb.
oh, it tastes superb too.
I don't have... Where's my nectar collector? For the nectar collection. Aha! We'll go with the old silicone. Old Faithful. I have to replace this damn thing. I broke the clicker on it. I smacked it off the bar. Oh, fuck that thing. Oh. Took off chamber 1, not chamber 2. But of course, Diddy do it? It's current. None of my torches are going to work tonight. Ain't that about a biatch? I wasn't using my head. 17 other fucking producers of flame, and I'm just walking right over all of them. Just, this sucks. Sometimes you have to talk current events. And I have watched so many fucking videos on that today just because I don't understand how the fuck nobody got it until right now.
It's got a real good aftertaste.
It's actually fire. There it is. I felt it coming. Here. You have to give it a little
Give her a little
flick of the wrist. Yep. Get ghetto with it. I have to replace that now. It hadn't been a problem up till now. I always have an E-rig sitting up here, but that one's dead. Oh, I didn't plug anything after the last one. There is a strain of dab called Sunshine Sorbet that is so good. That sounds like it'd be fire. Durban Poison was my first THC vape that I got it and actually was pretty good. See, I like Durban Poison. Like my wife was my smoking buddy for years. And then when she got pregnant with our daughter, some reason unbeknownst to us, it made her super paranoid and she got sick. Ever since, if she smokes anything, and even just like a puff, she'll sit there and freak out. She has a panic attack. Every time I've tried different hybrids, we've tried different methods. She's tried edibles, like low dose edibles. Like it just is what it is. It freaks her out now. And like I said, she was like a tiny 4'11" white Snoop Dogg with boobs. Like she smoked.
Hey, speaking of it,
What's that?
break those up.
Motor City Cannabites. Fast acting nanotech. Okay. So this is obviously from
Obviously not.
Man, that shit is
yeah. Here you go. Made in Marijuana facility. I hate that they have to spell it like that.
It just doesn't say made in China.
No facts. Says serving size 1/5 of a brownie.
1/5.
Yeah. Odd. I'm looking for the damn potency. 186 0.6% THC. So that would be about 15. About 10 milligrams. Listen, I had to do some fucking high math there, bub. Yeah, it's about a little under 10 milligrams but the nanotech should make it a little more fast acting, which means it breaks down a little faster. Oh, they're little brownie bites. Look at that. Wait. See, this is my problem with edibles. You give me 2. These come in a pack of 5, first off. You can't fool a fat kid. These come in packs of 5. And I'm supposed to... When have you ever taken a bite of a brownie? One bite and just sat it down like, oh, nope, I'm good. Never in the history of ever.
Ever.
And just stop with one.
Like...
No way.
It is good, though. Rich with chocolate, but... Yeah, when the hell have you ever just taken a bite? Anybody else want one? Here you go. Another one for you. Don't die. Open up. I can make it.
I'm good.
That damn dab got me.
Damn it, I was so close. It was off the teeths.
What teeth?
Y'all talking about peanut butter has me contemplating making pie. Listen. Those peanut butter pies. I'd do something strange for them peanut butter pies. Michelle Hollingshead makes one of the best, like, peanut butter, like Reese's Cup peanut butter pies. It's like a cheesecake. Oh! I would do something strange over here. I'm telling you, like, there's a shorter list of shit that I wouldn't do for a piece of that pie. And I'm supposed to be on a diet. She brought me that one, and I was, dude, I'm telling you what. I tried to blame everybody in the house, knowing good hell well I ate that whole fucking pie. I tried to blame every single person, knowing good hell well it was me. But you're going to shoulder some of the blame too. I blamed everyone. And they all looked at me like, we didn't even get to touch that pie.
Damn.
Shut up, you're taking it anyway. Like you grounded. Go to your room. Eating all my goddamn... No, that shit's fire. Ew.
You know, I'm still coughing from that dab.
You want a drink? Oh, you got one. Okay. I was gonna say, you need a beverage. But I want to know in the comments, have any of you guys started a grow of your own? It, again, is legal in the state of Ohio. If you haven't caught any of the other videos, it is 100% legal in Ohio now. Single-person households are allowed to have 6 plants, which is 3 in flower and 3 in veg. You get 12 plants if there's 2 21-year-old adults in the house living there. You can't just be like your friend and say, oh, he's here too. No, they have to be living in the residence. They have to be locked up or in their own space, locked away from children. And you can have 6 in flower and 6 in veg if you have 2 people in a house. So, with that being said, you should all be taking advantage of this. I'm actually going to be uploading in the next day or two the very first video from the opening of the grow season with the tent that we've got going on, which is a DWC, Deep Water Culture, and the other side has cocoa core going in it, and we have some ups and downs. I've never done DWC, so if you didn't catch the last episode or the episode before that, where we kind of introduced what DWC was, explained some of the do's, don'ts, things that you need with it, I'm doing really well. Like, thank you, Jeremy Eveland. Bill, like, I've picked their brains a lot. Because, again, I've never done it. Jeremy Eveland is very, very fluent in the DWC method. Like, he knows what he's doing. And he's very, very knowledgeable, and he can dumb it down to where I can understand it, so then I can flip it to y'all and put y'all on game so that you can save and put a little bit of money back in your own pocket. It's not, nothing is for sale and never will be. There's no intent for sale here. This is just to teach people how to grow your own medication to save some money and keep, you know what I mean, put some of that power back in your wallet. We spend a lot as medical patients. Ohio's not cheap, and we are also on the same scale as every other state. Ohio goes by a 10th scale. So you don't get 3.5s, you get 2.83s, which is 2.83 grams of medicine, when it's supposed to be a 3.5, which is 3.5 grams of medication. That's a decent bit, and we're paying almost twice what we would pay for a regular eighth anyhow, so you're paying more for less. So if you have the ability to grow your own and you keep them small, you can run autos, feminized, or really easy if you want to cut clones and keep a nice little perpetual grow. If you say you like one strain a lot and you don't want to have to go back and regerminate, you can just take a cutting, make yourself a clone, and then continue that lineage. So there's a lot of stuff that we want to cover moving forward that you'll have to come back. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you guys haven't already, because that's also really important. And I appreciate you guys coming and chatting and commenting and getting us into the algorithm, because they'll always age restrict these lives. So we're going to be doing a lot more actual videos and a lot more actual content for you guys. But I want to kind of break down, because there's a lot of videos on YouTube. There's so many, so you can always go check them and double check what I'm saying or learn something totally new. We're going to try different methods. Right now we have Cocoa Core and we have the DWC going, which is a 24-gallon tub storage tote. We cut holes in the lid. We put our clones inside net pots. You have 2 aerator stones. I have 3 because I do have 3 plants, so I wanted to make sure I had enough oxygen in that water. But you put that and your nutrients in, and that's how your plant grows. You have your light above it, but it has constant need for water and nutrients, and it's disposable whenever. So your plants can grow really rapidly, and you get it's a totally different growing process than it is in soil. Soil's low and slow until it finally takes off, and then it's fun. You get to watch the mannerisms, your plant really does go to sleep and wake up. It's cool as fuck. It's a fun process. So if nothing else, try to do it just for the education. You'll appreciate that plant a whole lot more when you understand how it grows and why it grows the way it grows. You can alter everything about the damn plant if you want to. There's people that are doing bonsai with cannabis plants, and they're beautiful, but they'll take one plant, they let it come up, it's just the one. They keep it pruned and trimmed, they'll twirl them and spin them, make little spirals and twists, and it'll just grow out and grow a bud at the top of it. It'll have all these little twists and shit, and they can literally bonsai out one plant.
That'd be cool as shit.
It really is. I've had it with that one.
They let them some of them they let actually go in the bud and shit, and then they'll trim the bud.
Yeah.
Into a crazy ass shape too.
Yep. No, they'll Edward Scissorhands that thing up like Mr. Miyagi it.
And the time lapse videos on them are insane.
They're peaceful. You know what I mean?
So peaceful.
But there's so much that goes into it. But it really is, if nothing else, we're all getting older. You can't go out and go lifting all the goddamn time to relieve your stress. It's something you can kind of pour yourself into that doesn't care about your day-to-day stressors. It doesn't care, what's going bad in the day. You go out to your tent and you just tend for your plants. None of that other shit matters for that fucking 10, 15, 20 minutes that you get to sit in there and pick and prune and move shit around and just be for a few minutes. If anything, your tent becomes your zen. It becomes your sanity. I have a lot of fun doing it, and it's something I want to share with you guys. So we're going to be talking a lot about conspiracy theories, pretty much anything from the mild to the wild. This is the premier smoke sesh that you're going to catch anywhere at all. So I need you guys to make sure you guys smash the hell out of that like button if you guys are enjoying the content that you're getting. If you guys want more, I also need you guys to let us know, what are some of the things you want to see coming up? What are some topics that you guys have that you guys would like us to explain or give you some pointers on? That's the whole point here. This show can absolutely go wherever it wants to, and that's what I love about it. But that tent is going to be a big part of most of our topics, because there are a lot of people who want to know everything there is to know about growing. They want to know exactly what strains would work for them as far as their pain management, covering that escape from reality while still helping with their mental health. And we can explain a whole lot more of that. I also want to start picking a strain of the week and really breaking that plant down. That way you guys can understand the terpene profiles and the reason that you like the strains that you like. Because more than likely the reason you like those strains is because the terpene profiles with that strain interact well with your body. And there's so many different variations that if you find a strain that you like a lot, look that strain up on Leafly or any of the other sites that there are out there that will break down exactly what 2 lineages or 3 or 4 lineages went into that particular plant. It can tell you what terpenes make up all of those ones too, so you can find out exactly what terpenes are dominant in both sides of that lineage, and it'll tell you what terpenes are dominant in the strain that you're actually smoking. You find those terpene profiles and then search up other strains, you'll get 20 or 30 other strains that have the name. It'll tell you, you know what I mean, like everything you should be looking for as far as these names, because it'll give you almost the exact same effect because of those terpene profiles. And that's a lot of stuff that a lot of people just don't know. Most people just know it's bud. I smoke it. Cool. Great. And for those people, if that's all you're using it for, that's fucking awesome. I got no complaints there. But you should at least know what you're smoking or why you're smoking it, especially if you do find a strain that helps you with your back hurting or your knees or your sleep issues or being nauseous. You know what I mean? Literally a litany of other... the list is 30 billion pages long of stuff that every one of these terpene profiles can help you with. And then when you get into cannabinoids with the CBG and the CBD and the CBN mixed with all the other cannabinoids that are just broke down in basic everyday strains, you'll find out the hows and whys that these strains work for you the way they do. So there's a lot of information that we can bestow upon you guys while laughing and having a good time while we're at it. So look, now that you bring that up, I was an OVNR website about a week ago. It showed 3.5. I was caught off guard. So am I tripping? See, I haven't seen that yet, but I'm not saying it's not there, because they're supposed to be switching over. Now that they're on this new... Now that the recreationals here, they're going to end up having to kind of adapt with the rest of the world, I believe. And I think that was part of issue 2, was getting it to where we could go by 3.5s. Because now if you get into like the half ounces and stuff, then you're getting 100 grams or 100 grams, 14 grams, you know what I mean? 100 grams. But you know what I mean? You're getting 28 gram ounces. Like that part, if you're spending the money, you'll get what you're paying for. But anything that's smaller, you're getting an Ohio quarter, 5.66. 5.66 grams for this little bit more than you would pay for an average quarter. So you're getting shorted instead of 7 grams, because that's what a regular quarter is anywhere else in the world. You get a 5.66. If you want an eighth, which again is a 3.5, so 3.5 anywhere else in the world is a 3.5. We get 2.83s. It makes absolutely no sense. We're also the only state anywhere, no other state's medical program does this, the point system. Anywhere else, you have a daily allotment. There's so much you can buy a day. Or like a week, they have, you know what I mean? We are the only state that has the point system. And it's so frustrating. I understand the premise behind it, because it keeps any one person from going up there and just buying everything. Right. And from people using it to like sell and whatever. So like they were trying to cap it. I get that. That's fine. But I've heard my buddy John Lee say it one time, and it always stuck with me. How can you tell me that you need the same amount of medication that I do? He's got a horrible back injury. He was in a car accident that mangled him up. He had to learn how to walk and do everything again, which is why I respect that man the way that I do. And the more that I've gotten to know him and like to understand him, like I genuinely love that dude. He's cool as shit. And he's got so much knowledge. You can actually go back and check that video out, and he will be on the show a lot more. But him, Bill, and I can't remember who else was out there talking the one day, but we were discussing the medical program and the fact that they tried to cap. If you want an ounce, it can cost you 9 days. Now, this isn't what it actually is, but it can cost you, 5 days or whatever, and it tells you that they're saying that 1 ounce should last you 9 days. I can barely make an ounce last 3 days. You know what I mean? And that's just, and that I can walk around normally and function. Now, when you smoke 3 in a fucking row, yeah, obviously we're just having fun at this point. There's a difference. But who's to say that my body pain is the same as John Lee's? Yeah, I've got bad knees. I've had surgeries on it twice. Like, I've got bad hip, bad shoulder, but not near to the extent of John Lee. How can you say that his ounce should last the same amount as me? So this 45-day shit, you end up going in, you buy a couple fucking ounces, which only lasts you, we'll say, 2 weeks if you're really grit and determined. Because, there are people that can still make a gram last 4 or 5 days, and I applaud them, but those are people that don't have it all the time. Once you get used to having a certain amount and smoking a certain amount, like, you're smoking that certain amount, like, it is what it is. Like, period. It just, that's where you're at. That's where your pain level is. It is what it is. You're stuck once that 45's done. You have to wait until those days reset now. They gave you a 45-day span. You bought a 45-day amount. And people say, well, you can only smoke, you only take a pill once a day. Well, some people have to take their pill 3 times a day. You know what I mean? And this isn't a pain pill. This is something that you're burning and or eating, whatever. So it's going to have a half-life that's not as strong as a painkiller because it's a natural thing anyhow. So again, how can you say that somebody's, like I said, I can smoke and do everything I want. If I absolutely 1000% have to do something, it'll get done. Like, there's no, it ain't LSD. Like, for fuck's sake. It's not near as bad as alcohol. You could smoke a fuckload and still function better than you can if you were drinking. Like, it just is what it is. Especially when your tolerance is there. Once that 45's gone, then you have to sit there and wait until they reload. Then you can go get more. And it shouldn't be like that, especially when everywhere else in the world, I can literally drive. Granted, but don't do this because you're coming across state lines and, like, you will still get in trouble, period. They take those imaginary lines really seriously.
Very serious.
But you can go anywhere else in the world and buy 2.5 ounces a day and nobody else cares. Nobody bats an eye. Every day, doesn't matter, whatever, 2.5 ounces. You come to Ohio, nope. The way they ran their medical program is weird, but I still say everyone should have it. Everyone needs to go, especially right now. It's the cheapest it's ever been in Ohio. You pay whatever your doctor's fee is, and it's a penny to the state. That's it. That's it. It's a penny to the state. So you pay like $70, $80. Like, it isn't. It used to be like almost $300, and it was $250. Like, it's gone down substantially, and it'll still go down yet. But you would also be able to go to the dispensary right now. You could go that day once you speak to the doctor. They don't hold you from going to get your medication. You can go right then. You can put an order in online, whatever, once you make your account. Like, you can at least order ahead and then just go simply pick it up. So you don't have to, like, go and, like, you still got to wait in line until somebody, that way you're not, like, sitting there for, like, the looking through process. That's already done. You go up, show them your receipt. They say, okay, cool. You show them your ID, do your little deal. They pull it out, read everything to you, so that way you know you are, it ain't like going to McDonald's. Oh, shit, they forgot to give me my, you know what I mean? Like, they're on what they're giving you. They know.
Or like going to Wendy's and, not getting that shit.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, you pull into Wendy's. I ordered a Baconator. Like, they read it, everything off to you and compare it to your receipt, and you're saying, yep, the whole time. So, they got that shit down. But nonetheless, you can go that day. And it's going to be, they're saying, like, September. I've even heard them say December. So I will probably say that they'll hold off till the first of the year. I know how they're going to drag their feet on this, how they've already dragged their feet on it. So they're saying September, December. I'm saying at least the first of the year. Period. And I don't know why they did that. Like, they have the ability, like, Sunnyside and them could just give them the ability to order more. Whatever. I mean, they have to have a scan system for the medical and for the recreational side. But that's just the same program. They erase the medical part. You know what I mean? Like, you already have the program.
Right.
You're just scanning in twice as much. And if people have a medical card, they have their medical card already. You scan it. It's already in the system. You just need one for a guest so that they can check out as a guest. Fuck, hotels have that. Why does it take these guys months to, you know what I mean, for this system that runs the same way as any other system in the fucking world? Whatever. Nonetheless, get your medical card. That way, it also gives you other protections because then you have a reason to possess it. Like, you have a reason to grow it. Like, I have to buy this stuff all the time. But I'm not going to use pain pills. Like, my body hurts. I have not been kind to myself. And this shit helps. I'm supposed to be on other medications. They tell you pills are bad and that pills are going to hurt you and pills are going to kill me and pills did kill me. And then they try to give you more when you get off of them. Because now they've got to fix what you've done wrong. And they give you this medication for this medication and this medication counteracts this medication. But you got to take it with this medication. Otherwise this medication won't work. And it gets to a fucking point where it's like, you just told me these were going to kill me and now you're pumping me full of them. I'll smoke. I will trade. Done. Because if I go back on you can't give a pill head pills. Like,
Does not work.
no, we have an abusive personality. It's just common sense.
Especially when they had that problem not too long ago with all them doctors and the pills and everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, doctors were willing to trade in their entire careers for how fast that money is because there's nobody more loyal than a pillhead.
Bro, Dr. Nom.
They'll rob you, but they're coming back.
Dr. Nom had the pill racket and then was cutting people off and sending them to his son who had the fucking Suboxone.
Yeah, and now a lot of them did that. They had a nice line. They put a bunch of people on these pain medications, and then as soon as they opened up the licenses to be able to open up his clinics, they opened up his fucking Suboxone clinics, so they were sold you all these ones, now they're giving you these ones.
All the same fucking family.
Yep.
Insane.
But that's... You cannot give a recovering pillhead pills. Like, I'm sorry. And people get on me all the time. Oh, but you're always preaching, you're sober, blah, blah. I am. I've never said that I was like 100% clean. I've been from the day one, weed saved my motherfucking life.
Amen, brother.
You know what I mean? I'm going to be addicted to something. It is what it is. It's just in my nature. I have a chemical imbalance that they need to treat with a medication, but that medication is mind altering. I will abuse it. Even medications that they say you can't abuse, they're abuse proof. They have an intoxicating effect. Yes, you can abuse it, period. Point blank is what it is. Like, I've been there, I've done that, I've abused it. And I'm going to. Weed is that one substance that no matter what, it helps everything that I'm doing and I can still be a dad. I can still do everything I would normally fucking do. This is the most clear-headed I've ever been. And that's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But that was the reason I was using substances to begin with. Was trying to shut my brain down. I've always had a very high-functioning, hyper-fucking mentality. And it gets really noisy at times. So, if I drank and did it for a while, so I can't do something half-assed. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it all the way.
All the way.
Right. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Watch me. And that even includes addiction. If I'm going to be something, I'm going to be the best at it. And that just is what it is. And I was one of the best when it came to drinking. That's what I did. It's what I lived for. It was my identity. It was gross. It was disgusting. It was selfish. Drunk Matt was a douchebag. Like, I mean, I was my worst enemy's best friend, but I was also an asshole for no reason. And I was doing it to myself. So, that didn't work. Then I was already doing the pills and shit, and that just got out of control. And then it goes from a point to where there's just, you can't control it, and neither can anybody else.
You tell yourself that you're functioning the whole time.
Right, yeah, no, I'm keeping it together. I'm just maintaining.
Yeah.
I was falling the
Meanwhile,
fuck
you
apart.
look like a fucking idiot.
Dude, I was falling apart. I didn't weigh nothing. Like, I used to be all muscly and shit, dude. Like, I didn't weigh shit. I was frumpy. It was weird. Like, and I was spending way too much. And I was making good money. But even still, I'd have spent every dime I had if you let me.
Like, it was dumb. Weed gave me back to my kids, man.
For sure.
Like, I have been legally dead a couple times. That's wild when you think about it. I'm obviously here for a reason. Now, have there been lasting effects? Yes. My memory, and people are, oh, you smoke weed. No, like, I've had a lot of these issues since I was younger, but it got even worse when they got to bring you back. Like, it kind of like jolts up here, and that brain fog stays there. It don't matter if I'm stoned or not. Like, I was dyslexic growing up, had ADHD growing up. The memory loss didn't hit until after the first time that they bring you back. When I had my heart attack, they gave me too much nitroglycerin and my shit bottomed out. I told them, I was like, yo, y'all are getting real far away. And they're like, oh shit. And that's the last thing I heard before the lights went out. Bang. So, you know what I mean? Like, cannabis is one. It does what I need it to do. And I will preach its gospel. You have a very hard time telling me what I'm doing's wrong. Period. It might have been showing a different location by default, but I'm sure it has 3.5 on there. I'll go check it, because if you look at their thing for any other stores, they have 3.5s. The only place they have 2.83s is in Ohio. Night, Vicky. Different kinds of concentrates and consumption methods. No, facts. And that's actually, I've got a friend of mine, I don't know if he wants me to announce it or not, so I'm not gonna, but I got some dabs coming that I want to show you guys. They are a mix and menagerie of a lot of stuff that is excellent, and I think it's going to smell fantastic. But you guys will have to make sure you guys come back, check back in for that one. What time is it? I'm so glad I stopped drinking. Listen, me stopping drinking was one of the best things I ever did, because I was making an idiot of myself in front of my kids because I was a drunken idiot. You know what I mean? Like, it just was what it was. Not very humble. Very, very douchebag-ish. So, I just don't. A couple times, like, Noodle had talked me into, because me, it's for him, whatever. I'd sit down and have a drink with him. And that was like when the Bush Apple thing was getting really big. I had one of them. But that's it. Like, I can't. I don't have a taste for it no more. I've even tried. Like, I've sat down and said, you know what, I'm going to have me a drink. I talked shit before we went to the Cheer Choice Awards last year. I told everyone, I was like, you know what? I earned it. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to drink me a beer. I'm on vacation. I'm going to Vegas. I might even have two. Huh. Woo! I didn't. I don't know. I was like, you know what? It's Vegas. I don't need to drink here. That's probably not a good idea. We're going to be good. I'm just going to smoke. And no one else drank either, so it was kind of really, I mean, it was easy. We're there for the Cheer Choice Awards, so, like, you're mingling and intermixing the whole time anyway. They've got different events for the 2 days prior before the actual show. So, there's a bunch of different parties you're going to and stuff, and everybody's drinking. And I'm the one that keeps walking off to the corner to smoke a blunt. And people like Charlie Classic had come over and hit it. Like, it was cool as shit. Which anyone who's OG Vines, like, or just, you know what I mean, on social media, period, Charlie Classic is the man. Absolutely love him. I got to smoke with him, and I ain't gonna give everybody else up. It was a good time though, but I didn't smoke, or I didn't drink, and I was cool with it. There was, like, I don't know, like, I kind of expected that it was gonna be harder to keep myself away from having one with everybody. I drank so much when I was younger. I think I kind of did myself in on it too. Like,
yeah, I did.
It would take me forever to recover nowadays, bro.
Bro, this one night, we took a shot of every liquor. My dad had a liquor cabinet, bro, and it was like several shelves, and I'm talking probably 100 different bottles of liquor in there. Me and my best friend, dude, we took a shot of every liquor in there. Dude, it made us so fucking sick.
I bet. The last time I drank.
So stupid.
The very last time, like the time I said I was done, and I was done. It was Halloween. My kids were still little. I don't even think Hunter was even around yet. Or yeah, he was. He was just really, really, really little. My uncle or my cousin had moved into where my grandmother lived on. Whatever. We went over there because it's where we grew up trick or treating. So, and I don't want to give out there. I just caught myself in the middle of a sentence like, oh, you're on the internet, man. Anyway, but we went over there to kind of walk around because I mean, nostalgia mostly, but they also give out a crap load of candy, and the houses are all really close, so you could hit a lot of them, and that's what we grew up hitting that route. You could grab fucking garbage bags full of candy before the time was up. We also got longer than an hour too. That's kind of weird. I mean, I understand it, but whatever. What was I just saying?
Yeah, you got longer than an hour trick or treating.
Yeah, no, before that.
Couple of trash bags. Yeah, you got like a couple.
Yeah,
trash
before
bags.
that.
The neighborhood you grew up in. The houses were close.
No. I was on a whole tirade. My whole brain went.
Right in mid-sentence.
Gone.
Dude, I'm telling you. That thing just said, and we're done.
I hate when that happens.
Listen,
Kicked in.
it did.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That phone hung up.
Oh, dude, that dial tone just went gone, bro. Dude, could start. Oh, there we go. See the drinking part. Damn it. He just looked at me like, oh, yeah, that. I was over fucking. He has a big liquor cabinet too. Was like, oh, here, try this. I'd had a couple beers. He starts handing me like the Kraken liquor. I had never even had the Kraken. You know what I mean? Like I always drank gin and shit. Like I never really went outside the box unless we were at a bar and that was just people saying, here, try this. Like whatever. I wasn't buying a shitload. I'd give people money. They'd go buy a shitload and we just drink. It was what it was. And I didn't really remember most of it. But see, that's that whole brain thing I told you guys about. But anyway, I didn't think I was that bad. I don't remember. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think it was that. From what I remembered, we were having a blast. Apparently, that's not how the night ended, though.
That is not how the night.
No, because apparently I started showing my ass. I don't remember none of it. Like, I woke up. I was late for work. I was doing HVAC at the time. I'm fucking sprinting, jumping in the fuck, trying to get to my fucking job site. Skirting, never even looked at my phone. Get home or get to work, get to the little shitter, sit down, was like, oh shit. Start reading these messages from my wife, bro. She's hitting me with this, you raggedy bitch, you ever talk to me like that again? You acted. And she let me have it in long text form for like.
Paragraph.
Dude, it took me I was probably in that fucking shitter for like 30 minutes.
It didn't even know you did none of it.
I don't remember a goddamn bit of it. I remember laughing and joking, and I even remember ordering a pizza. Like it was, I had made her drive. I remember ordering a pizza while we were driving to the house, so it would meet me when I got there. I don't remember none of this other shit, but her and the kids sure do. Every time I even reached for a fucking bush apple, Hunter was like, you gonna drink? Was it like that? And he's like, I've never seen you act like that before. Well, at least you've never seen it before, but damn, apparently it was scarring. I said from that day on, I would never do that again, and I meant that shit. I just have no... And like I said, I didn't hurt nobody, it ain't like that. But apparently, they just did not enjoy that evening. So, ooh.
I had a night like that on
It might
Xanax.
be good that you don't remember it.
I'm thinking so too. But see, that's the other thing. Mine was, you mean, doing fucking Xannies and dumb shit. And then drinking too. Like, it was great. It was great.
My wife said she seen me drive past her asleep. Drive past her sleeping.
I believe it.
Don't say no.
I could see it. Dude, them things turn you into... Luckily, I never got real big on those. So, and I absolutely despise them.
Me neither. Like, yeah, I had a couple nights, but
I
those
just...
couple nights, bro, were...
I had done them, and then looking on the outside, watching other people, it just made me sick to them.
man.
Like, you know what I mean? Because people, they just take shit for no reason. No, dumb shit.
Into a klepto, like,
Right.
Instant klepto.
You
like,
break out into fucking
and don't
handcuffs.
even know, like, you got like all kinds of shit.
My cousin would go into fucking stores and come out with random headphones and shit. Like a random pen that he found on the counter.
Dude, my
Chapstick.
my
Dumb
dude-
shut,
My
dude.
dude went to jail one night because he went into Kroger, filled the whole fucking buggy up, and just walked out. Walked out with the whole buggy full of shit.
Ugh.
He wasn't even doing it.
And I believe it. That's why, like, I don't miss any of that. And again, you don't get any of those problems with this plant. So if you're not growing your own medication, you're missing out. You could be doing so much more cool shit with that money. I'm just saying. Make sure you guys go follow the council. Oh no, absolutely. Love the fuck out of you guys. Thank you guys for coming and kicking it with us. If you have some topics or anything you guys want to hear moving forward, make sure you guys either drop it into the comments or send it to any one of our social media. I love you guys so much. Love, peace, chicken grease. Hit the rock. Don't smoke it. Drive safe. Wear condoms. Don't touch me there. Diddy did do it. At least I hope Diddy didn't do it. Tell me Diddy didn't do it. Love y'all.